My name is Thomas Hawkins, and this is my Hero Imagination project. I'm going to address the question of why people in health professions are heroes and what things can pose as obstacles while being heroic. First, I'd like to define heroism. The Hero Imagination project defines heroism as service to others in need or to humanity by defending a moral cause without personal gain and with awareness of likely personal costs. I believe that most people in health professions do indeed engage in heroic acts due to the nature of their job. After all, the health field is focused on improving the safety and quality of people's lives, which definitely falls within the definition of heroism. There are several traits that make health professionals heroes. I think one of the most crucial characteristics of these doctors and nurses that justify them as heroes is their ability to sacrifice their own comfort for the safety and comfort of others. Whether it be an 8-hour surgery, working late into the night on an emergency, or simply spending extended time away from the family, doctors must put their own life on pause in order to improve the lives of others. Many people in health fields spend years of extra schooling and practicing to become as proficient at their jobs as possible, allowing them to better assist and treat individuals. While some may view being a doctor as just another top-tier professional career, similar to being a lawyer or a CEO, I would challenge those people to find someone who has not been directly affected by a doctor or some other kind of health professional. While there certainly are some bad apples, I believe that the vast majority of health professionals have a great deal of empathy and pursue a medical career with the intention of being able to make a difference in people's lives every day. This empathy is also reflected in many physicians' choice to regularly participate in medical missions or pro bono work, where they have the chance to give back to the community in a way that very few others have the skills to do. Even though medical professionals do reflect the ideals of what constitutes heroism, there are certain barriers that do present themselves that make the path to becoming a hero more difficult. In any situation, being a hero requires an action, for you to stand up, intervene, or make a decision. As much as some people would like to not believe, even doctors and nurses are not exempt from having roadblocks on the way to helping others. One of these potential obstacles in helping people could be something called social loafing. In a situation where multiple doctors are working to diagnose or treat a patient, there could be less effort exerted individually due to the diffusion of responsibility among all the group members. This could lead to the doctors not taking the proper steps to make sure they diagnose and treat issues in the best way. This is just one type of roadblock that may be encountered while being a hero as a health professional. Another potential barrier to heroism in the health field could be normative social influence. Solomon Asch's tests on conformity demonstrated that participants often conformed to an obviously incorrect answer to easy questions, which stemmed from a desire to avoid the disapproval of others. I would like to propose a hypothetical situation in which normative social influence could affect a doctor's path to treating others. If there is a team of doctors assessing a person who is displaying all of the symptoms of a heart attack, but the majority of the team misdiagnoses the problem as a respiratory problem, the individual who recognizes the heart attack may be more likely to conform, resulting in a potentially fatal outcome for the patient. A third type of roadblock to heroism in the medical field comes straight from a famous study in psychology called the Astratin study. Doctors called 22 nurses and ordered them to administer a dose of Astratin, an unauthorized medicine that would have been lethal. 21 of the 22 nurses complied with the order, which shows that blind obedience and the shifting of responsibility onto the doctors and not the nurses themselves could result in a fatal or detrimental outcome to the patient. These are just some of the obstacles health professionals may face when achieving heroism. Despite the difficulties and situations that make being a hero more challenging, I would still argue that doctors and nurses are some of the most heroic people that make the difference in so many people's lives. I think that medical professionals set a good example as an everyday hero and believe that we could all learn something from them in building a safer and kinder future.